Hi, my name is Greg Brown, and this is my Safe School Audit video presentation for EDL 955 class, fall of 2013. I did a demographic study of Moscow, Kansas. As you can see by the slide, the population of Moscow is 310. We have 168 males, 132 females. The median age is 32, with the average household size is 3. 66% of the homes are owned and 29% are rented. The median income is $37,750, with 15.1% being below the poverty level. Median house value is $80,000. 61% of the residents have a religious affiliation. The school demographics show males make up 52% of our school population. Females make up 48%. 58.7% of the students are economically disadvantaged. 64% are white. 36% are Hispanic. 70% are migrant. 32% are ELL. And we have a 93.8% graduation rate. 8.5% of our students have disabilities. The campus grounds and facilities, the following slides show our campus and facility. We are housed in several different buildings. Good thing in case of fire or possibly tornado, but a negative as far as each building has to have a complete and separate heating and cooling system. Buildings have been added onto. Sometimes it looks like without a whole lot of planning, they just needed a new building, so they put it up. And some new construction has been located within the grounds. This is a picture of our junior high school entrance. This is facing to the north. This is another view of the same thing, only further back, as you can see. We are looking south at this point. This is our elementary school. Another picture of the elementary school, a little bit further back away from it. This is the picture back behind the junior high school. Picture of our grandstands, as you can see. We have, this is a picture of our grade school. The little brown building over to the left is our lunchroom, which has been placed on there recently. As you can see, a little bit out of whack. Our kids have to walk a long ways over to get to their meals, which isn't real convenient sometimes in the weather. One thing that we have that works out real well in our school is we have inside and outside cameras now. They have recently been installed, especially the outside ones have just now been put in. This helps with our taking care of the safety of our kids, as well as the surveillance. If things happen, we can go back to the cameras and view what's went on. We also have recently put in a new phone system. We have an intercom system in our school. Our phone system, we can do an all call. We can call everybody at once and alert them if we would have a emergency situation. So far, we haven't had to use it, thank goodness. Natural surveillance, what is occurring, the ability to easily see what is occurring. These items are easily detected during a walk around, which our board just did the other night, which was kind of interesting with my project I had going on here. That worked out pretty well. We found several wet roof tiles in our building. It's easy to see the tiles have problems, but to find out exactly why they have it, it's a little bit more concerning. In this case, we have air conditioner lines run right above these, and it looked like they might be perspiring and leaking down. Our roof appears to be in good shape, so we're hoping that it's something inside instead of outside, I guess, at this point. And you see here, paint is chipping off the walls and off the heater. This is in our commons area, and the kids love to sit on this heater and work all along it or whatever, so that kind of tends to lead to problems there. Plans to repair and replace. The approval path begins with the problem course. Administration is notified, determine what the immediate urgency is. If a major problem at the school board is alerted and appropriate action taken. We have an insurance agent currently looking at our ceiling tile problem. If the district has to put in a new roof, we're looking at a significant cost. I'm sure probably in the hundreds of thousands, as our roof covers a huge area of our school. We currently have no plans that are beyond the talking phase. The board is looking to build a new cafeteria eventually. As I said before, it's off to the very edge of our campus, which makes it a little bit inconvenient. We discussed rebuilding the science lab. This was at our walk around the other night. We have sufficient capital outlay money for the lab, but the cafeteria would require a bond issue to be passed. Environmental conditions. The head of maintenance reports issues to the superintendent. We follow the guidelines dealing with asbestos in the Title 40 of the Code of Regulations. Other concerns are the sprinkler systems, making certain our backflow regulators are working properly. And as we talked about in our lessons and throughout the class, the 4 horsemen come into effect here with asbestos control and water management systems throughout the building. Another safety concern that we have, or at least I feel like we do at our building, is our bus barns. As you can see, are sitting here. Our maintenance building, we have our gas to refill the buses and stuff is here. It's probably located a little too close to our building for code is now, I'm sure. It's been here a long time, so it's probably okay at this point. Deferred maintenance items are items that are working but need replaced eventually. Our heating and cooling systems are fine now, but long term will need attention. I see our pumps are starting to leak some. I know we have an air conditioner, or not an air conditioner, but air compressor with a problem. And some of those kind of things, we'll probably get by with them as long as we can. Maintenance reports when items life expectancy is running low. Estimates of the costs are gathered, replacement time, as well as how this will impact the school day is considered. If we would have a problem with our heaters, it would definitely impact our school as it's getting into winter here now. The maintenance reports to the superintendent, who then alerts the Board of Education, and plans are discussed and money put aside for when they will be needed. As you can see, this is a picture of our heating and cooling pump. This both heats and cools depending on whether we run hot water through it or cold water through it. And you can see we're getting a little bit of leakage there. They're working fine at this point. Inadequate funding, attendance issues with continued declining enrollment, making the maintenance difficult. However, this year we had a nice increase in enrollment. I think we're up probably maybe 25 students over what we were. We haven't been totally audited yet, so we'll have to wait and see, but we had a nice increase in attendance this year. The legislature's inability to provide consistent funding is also frustrating. Not knowing what's coming down the pike makes it real hard to plan, and you don't want to get yourself with bills that you can't pay later on. The ability to get grants is also vital to maintaining our facility. Inadequate staff training. Emergency training has been limited to time and money constraints. Our longtime maintenance man has broken his leg. As I've talked about before, we just have one maintenance man here basically. He will be back, but we expect him to be out maybe 4 months. And so not everyone is trained to do the jobs that some of us are having to do now to fill in for him. There's been determined to cover as best we can. Many items are being handled, but we're also having to do a lot of contract labor now, which is much more expensive. Natural access control. Emergency training and crisis plan are areas that can be included. Inadequate staff training. Prepare for every scenario as impossible. Substitute teachers and Real 10 coaches need to be familiar with procedures as well. One thing that I look at is a little bit of a poor practice we have here at Moscow. To our advantage, we have a very small community. The traffic is very minimal. Our bus loading zone, especially the buses just pull up on the street and the kids come and get on. I think we probably should, have the city and people come and paint some zones on there at least. We do have 20-mile-an-hour signs and bus warning signs up along or whatever, but it's still a little bit of an awkward area there, I think. Public opinion. Our territorial maintenance is important for public perception. The following slides show that Moscow has done a good job of curb appeal and meeting the needs has been done. This is a picture of our elementary playground. When you see we have border fences for protection all around the outsides. Another view of the same playground area. We have done a good job with safety. The air conditioners or everything is always fenced off so the students can't get into anything and get themselves hurt, as well as protecting our equipment. This picture of our grandstands. As you can see, we have everything cement. Once again, we have border fences around everything for protection to keep everybody safe in that regard. Once again, pictures of our fences. Student and staff morale, air quality as it affects work conditions, directly affects learning. One of the things we've talked about there also is in the Four Horsemen, the air quality has to be good in the classrooms. And in our school, our woods department kind of sits right in the middle of our building, so if we don't keep things clean around there, that really affects our kids and teachers as far as that goes as well. Here you can see a picture of our dust collection system that we have in our wood shop. And then up above that, you can see the air purifying system, which I have another picture of here in the next slide. Do our best to keep the air clean and safe for our students and faculty. Pupil transportation concerns. Buses and transportation are a large cost and management issue. We spend a lot of money. We have a bus now that we've had in the shop basically all fall. Got back on the route yesterday and broke down again. These things are very hard to predict and very expensive. The expense of repairing and maintaining the fleet is high. Planning has to be well in advance, and you just know that it's going to cost a lot of money. We run our night routes twice because we have what's called a REAL program. So the buses run right after school, and then they run again after the REAL program. Traveling to events requires qualified drivers and reliable vehicles. Once again, keeping those drivers qualified is an expense. Our maintenance man is also our transportation director. So where he's out with a broken leg, our superintendent's had to take over and do this for us. And once again, we have a replacement plan for all of our buses. We know they're not going to last forever. Our Board of Education does a great job in planning for this and keeping money put aside. Thank you.